Good afternoon and good evening to everybody. Here we are. So today it's Monday, 28th of May, and this is car sketching tutorial P24, our 24th episode of sketching cars together, most of all learning together. So let's wait for our friends to arrive. And when it's going to be the right time, we will start. Ciao Aditya, ciao Rohit, how you doing? Yes, Aditya is first today, it's true. Ciao Siddharth. Abdul, oh, wow, a lot of people are coming, very fast. Hello, that's great. So, great weekend, Formula 1, Monaco Grand Prix, 500 Indy race, quite a lot of stuff. We had the final of Champions League between Real Madrid and Liverpool. Hello, Joban. So now we are still 8. Let's wait a few more minutes so that people will arrive. You know what I did Saturday? I went shopping and I bought some interesting stuff for our next tutorials. I got a new paper which is done express for marker sketching for industrial design and car design. So we will try this together. And I got Canson paper to use chalk, the old style, the old way. I also bought, I show you, a new chalk, a new pastel, which is really the cold indigo blue I was looking for. So I found it. Today we will use this, don't worry. And I bought finally the spray fix, okay? So that we can build our layers and make really shiny looking color sketches with chalk, as I used to do in school. I'm fine, Omkar. Thank you. What about you? How you doing? You know what? Tomorrow I've been invited to an important design school in France, which has, or used to have, also a branch in India, which is ESD Rubica. So it's in Valenciennes, and I will be there the whole day to give a lecture to all the people of the 4th and 5th year of transportation design, and we will also sketch together, I guess. Allora, Rohit, about the line quality sketch, if you go to our #1 episode of this sketching live session, so P1, you will find the exercise we made for the line quality. I am good, thank you. Watching live from work. All right, Tomka. So have a good work too. Yes. So we are 15. I guess we will wait just a few. Ciao, Ray. Ray from Taiwan is back. Ciao, Marcin. Welcome back. So we have all the aficionados, all our fans that always with us every episode. That's great. Now we are 17. So Marcin, I was saying that, and Ray, I was saying that I went for shopping Saturday. I went to a beautiful art store and I bought also something else, which are those markers. And we will test everything today. You see, I got Pro Marker, nice colors, all the grayscale. And those are nice because you have, you have the small felt tip pen for detailing and the chisel point on the other side, which is very nice. And I got all the grayscale and few interesting markers to make some contrast between warm and cool color. Cool color. You can browse the channel for something like this. Yeah, I Bathing. You can browse the channel for something like this. What do you mean? I'm not too much, I mean, I know internet, but I'm not too much into technicality of creating. I would love to do something where people can pay me. Hey, by the way, if you want to make a donation, go ahead. I will give you my email and you go on PayPal. Even $1 will buy me a beer. And I will be very, very happy because now it's becoming really sort of a job for you. Yeah, pro markers are not bad, really. I tried Sunday to check what I bought and it was not so bad. Ciao Joseph, buongiorno. But I asked you a question, okay? You write honestly. Would you accept to make I don't care what type of donation in money for repaying this type of effort that I'm making, or this is something stupid I'm talking about? Hi Lucas, yes, don't worry, we will make another lesson today. Today we're gonna make some nice speed forms. A lot of people talk about speed forms, and I believe that speed form can be a good way to start making exercise with nice shapes, elegant shapes, and then we take a marker and we use the marker, and then we can make on the same speed form, we can use the chalk and make our fix out with our fixative that I just bought. For those that didn't see, I bought also this. Ciao, Ario. And, sketch and color with that. Yeah. Speed form is cool. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so you know what I do? I will write to you my email that is connected to my PayPal account. So that if you have a PayPal account and you want to buy me a beer, then I'll be very grateful. I said a beer, don't exaggerate. A beer, okay? So I'm gonna write it down. And if you wish, you do. If you don't, that's big deal, no big deal. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna write it down, okay? Okay, so this is my email just in case, all right? You want to buy me a beer. Do it with PayPal. You don't have PayPal, you don't do anything, don't worry, no big deal. All right? Okay, now what I will do, now we are 19 people, this is the right number. We're gonna start, okay? So I'm gonna put, yeah, the earthquake. All right, so it looks pretty good. I take the support away. Here we have our new paper. And I'm going just to turn a little bit like that because I think while I'm okay, but I have some trouble but Phil, please helping me out. May I please talk to you? Well, you know, Abhishek, you have my email. Just write a short email message, okay? Ray, I have no idea. You know, in Italy, there is always people in the car sleeping. Generally, they are couples and young. Okay, so let's see. I also got my new pencils, right? So let me find a pencil that it's already used so that we don't waste our tools. This one, okay. So we'll start with the blue, with a light blue, okay? And speed forms, You know, Ray, the Fiat Panda, it was beautiful. I was 18 years old. I just got my driver license. And you can imagine 18 years old with your Fiat Panda that had the rear bench and the front seat that became a complete full double size bed. It was beautiful. It was perfect. It was perfect. Okay, so if those Fiat Panza could speak. All right, so if I do, for example, you know, I just start doing some light lines, okay? I still do not know what I will do, and I think that as I sketch, I will see what I can make. All right. So let's see. Okay. So if, for example, I do something like that, I always try to have my center line. Yeah? Always, even on a shape like this one. This one. Now let's work a little bit better about line weight, okay? Line quality. So Rohit, look, line quality. You were asking for that. You see, this is line quality. I'm trying to go really, really light. I don't want to ruin the paper, okay? And then of course I turn my page and I go here and I do the same thing, all right? Now, this line here I made a lot darker. Why? Because this part is in shadow. You know, the light is coming from here, okay? So if the light is coming from here, all this part is gonna be in shadow. And that's why I put this line like that. This will be all the shadow. And now, once we finish to make this line quality so that we can start understanding what type of shape we have, then we will start taking a nice marker. You see, this could be a speed form. Yeah, Ray, I think you're right. Actually, to be honest, now I try to be serious. The cars in the future will become a lot more like our house, or part of our house, or our home, or apartment. So it is that is the idea, I believe. All right, so okay. All right, so now, okay, so let's say that this is our speed form, okay? now that I made that, let me find for a nice color, because I want to use a color. I don't want to leave it. Let me see if this color here, I'll try it here. Yeah, why not? So this time, instead of making something that is very, wait, let me use another one. Let me use another one. It's better. I just want to find it. Where did I put it? I am looking for the right one. Let me see this one. Yeah, this one is better. Okay, so let's start. So I'm gonna treat the reflections just as we usually do every time, okay? For example, this is the side reflection, you know? And it's going to be kind of compressed, because if I make a section here, you understand, you see, that here we have a very tiny cylinder, and here we have a big one. So here the reflection will be of course higher, but here will be very compressed. Okay, once I do that, so that we understand the 3D, all right, now we use the marker. Let's do it. Okay. As you can see, I do really light, not too much. I don't want to do too much. I just want to keep it light. I want to make sure that I can understand the shape. Okay? This is the objective number one. Those markers are fantastic, really fantastic. Okay, now I just wait that it dries, okay? All right, can you see? Make YouTube sponsor so that we can pay something for the channel. I don't understand. Sir, can you please explain how to draw a handle? A door handle, Naga. Who cares about the handles? Who cares? Is it okay if we'll create a WhatsApp group so that we can connect and get up to yourself? No. No WhatsApp. Sorry. What's sale? No. Forget WhatsApp. WhatsApp for me is only private. Alright? Only private. Okay, now I wait that it dries, okay? It has to dry. And while it's drying, I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking, what can I do to make it nicer? To make it look nicer? What can I do? Already I can make this line a little bit darker. Alright? It really needs to be darker. Look, with this line very dark, it's much better. Much better. Now it's really 3D. I can start seeing the development of the form and the depth, okay? And I do a little bit the same thing up here. There you go. You see? All right. Now, if I take, let me see, where is it? Where is it? I'm searching for a contrast color which is kind of warm, because I want to try something like cold on top and warm at the bottom. Okay, so if for example I take this marker here, okay, which is a really strong red, okay, and I play with this marker on top of what I have done already, let's see what happens. Now, can you see? Now we have a red here. So if we have a red, I take the red soft pencil, and I'm going to create a sort of light reflecting, warm light reflection. Okay, let's see. Just a little bit, not too much. And the same thing here. Can you see? It's not bad. Now with my dark blue, what I'll do, I'll just create a very nice dark effect that is kind of shading from dark to light. And I'm going to make the reflection a little bit darker. Here. Just the reflection line, you see? Just a little bit, not all over. And of course, I'm kind of trying to control my shading, because we don't have to forget that here we have some light, okay? Therefore, do you see? Do you see the 3D effect that we have in this area? It's nice. We have this warm light coming, you know, from the bottom, okay? Coming up. And from the top, we're gonna put something that's gonna be very, very cold, so that we can create this contrast between warm and cold light. And of course, we do this with colors. Now, let me see this one. So I'm looking for a nice cold color that creates a nice contrast, and I'm searching for it. Where the hell is it? For example, this green. Or we can try also this one. But this one, this color is not so good. I think the green is going to be better. Okay, let's try the green. I know that it's a strange color, green. But sometimes those contrasts created with these strange colors look really good. So let's try. And of course, I'm trying to put a little bit of the green on the surface that is exposed to the other side, like this one, which is almost flat, so that it captures a little bit of that green light. Okay, let's see again. Can you see? Do you have a feeling of cold on top and warm at the bottom? Great. So now we're missing the last part, okay? And the last part, we will do it with chalk, okay? For that, I have to prepare a little paper. So I take a Xerox copy paper. I just bend it, okay? Twice, like that. And I put it here. Then I use a little bit of my baby powder. Okay, just a little, all right? Then I take my new pastel, the one I bought, which is this beautiful blue, and I have to take off, of course, the paper, because I really don't need that. Oops. It's delicate, it's normal. Then I have my cotton pad, okay, and I will make one, sorry, and I will make one of, okay, now let's start doing, oops. This has a different consistency. Different than the other one. Different brand, of course. Okay, let's try. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. So now that I have my my pastel on my cotton pad, now I'll try to make the core, okay? The sky concentration. Let's see how it comes out. And I'll try to be really light. Okay, already we are starting to see a real three-dimensional effect. Look, it's very light because we have to build it. So what I will do now, I will go back with the chalk, and before doing that I will just put some spray fix so that we can build up the layers. So I take my spray fix, I put myself on the side so that I don't hit. Ah, this smell reminds me of school. Okay, so we did it, but now what I want to do, I want to take a little bit of the black I'll try to mix. I want to mix a little bit, you know, the two. Okay. I should take an X-Acto knife to make the dust, because this one is not so nice. I thought that it was a very better quality. Instead, to be honest, I'm not really satisfied. It's not a big deal, but let's see. So let's mix them together. You see, get a little bit darker. Okay. Now you can see that this is darker. And we applied the fixative. I believe this time we're gonna start having a build-up of shading, being darker. Let's see if it's really the case. I'm trying to be very, very gentle in heating the paper, not to exaggerate, and trying to control, of course, the shading effect to make it clean. Okay, now we're getting darker. Look, You see, this is a second layer. And now what I will do, I will spray fix again. We need that. All right, so I let it dry. And I will do something else because I don't like this blue, so I will go back to the blue we used last time and we'll see if it's gonna work better. We mix those two. I think it's better. So I take a little bit of the black and the blue, I'll mix them. Okay, the objective is always to build up by layers the contrast. Okay, so let me try this number 3, okay? Layer. Let's see if I can do it. And of course, I try always to clean up, not to have too much dust or dirt on the page. I try to be really, really careful. Now, on this part here, the lower one, I will put a little bit more of the blue instead of the black. Because here it's a little bit, how can I say, this area should be more brilliant. So I'm putting it, all right? Let's see. Okay, so let's check again. Do you see how dark it's becoming? You know, this is the technique that we can use to make cars, of course. Okay, so let's put a little bit of extra fixative. Let's wait that it dries. And now I think this will be the last time we will put this chalk. All right, let's do it. And as much as I continue, the dark part becomes always smaller. You see, I just hit it in the center. And I will do the same thing here. Oops. Do you see? Okay, now that we did this, I'll just do few things. For example, at the bottom here, I'll put a little bit because this is part of the contrast. It's also the same thing of the same palette of colors. Okay. Now, to make sure that I don't make a mess, I'll take the chalk away so that I know that nothing will... I'm going to clean up. Okay, I clean up my fingers because I have full of dust. And now that, let's wait that it's dry because it's still wet. Okay. So now that everything is clean, take this away, I get my space, I make and now I do just some detailing, okay? And now I can start having fun because this is fun. Now I try to understand how can I make in a way that the reflection looks really shiny, really, really shiny. Look how nice. Isn't that nice? You see, I'm just playing with the shading. I'm just playing with the chiaroscuro, with using the same colors I used so that it looks well done. And now that you are seeing all this, you can see that here we have really high contrast, no? But in the back it looks really too light. So if we want to make this more coherent and better, we must add a little bit of darkness around here, a little bit more. So even the green will come out better. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, look, it looks much, much better now. Okay, now that we did this, what I want to do is I want to take the red pencil and do a little bit here, very light, not too much. Look, just a little detail Look how nice. I'm using the same red of the red reflection, of course. After that, we can take our white, okay? And now you have to know that because we put some spray fix, all those pencil color will stick much better to the paper. Okay, on three-wheeler too. Oh, stop it, Naga, stop it. Just watch and then you have to do, not me. Okay, little white line here. Okay? Which is important. And another one we'll put here. Look. Can you see the little white line? I hope that we are still connected. Somehow I think there is a problem. I hope not. No. It looks like it's frozen. Yeah. Yeah, I think that... let me see. In these cases, I really don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do to keep it live, because there is nothing that tells me what to do. Still frozen, guys? Okay, you know what? We make P, maybe refresh the connection. Yeah. And that's what I try to do, but it doesn't work. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna do P24 bis, okay? Yes, 24 bis. Let me do it.